Hi everyone, so right now we're going to be doing the verb tense review, and we're going to be reading this passage together called The Strange Blessing That Brought Me Home, and it is by Robin Boyder, and it says, I believe in strange blessings. I have never been in such a good shape. I have never spent so much time outside. I caught the last 3 sunsets in a row, and unless I'm mistaken, I will catch the one tonight. I have never felt so close to my family. I have never felt so sure that I was doing everything right. I live in an FEMA trailer with my parents. I moved from LA February before last, quitting the job that had taken me almost a year of miserable internships to get, to make sure firsthand that my family was okay. Now, I work on my dad's house on the weekends and at his dental laboratory during the week. Shutting the curtain on the bunk bed area doesn't always cut it for privacy. I spend a lot of time outside exercising the dog and just trying to get away from people. I take her out on the levee and run to get rid of all my frustration with not being able to have a job that will allow me to afford rent. I run to get out. When I have been stuck inside, reading to escape from life, not even able to sit up straight in my tiny bunk, I run to feel like I'm doing something when I'm overwhelmed by all the things I can't do anything about. The reason I caught the sunset yesterday is that we have been waiting for 2 weeks for the FEMA to come fix a leak in our plumbing. I was so frustrated with running out in a towel to turn the water off. Then, mopping up the floor with the rotating assortment of towels that were hung outside the trailer, that I decided to put on my bathing suit and shampoo under the hose. But God, that was a beautiful sunset last night. So that's our passage for today. Now let's get on to the verb tenses. Of course, we spent a good time in the last video talking about the simple present, the simple past, and so forth. We talked about simple present, we talked about simple past, we talked about simple future, and I don't know why it has simple future with will, simple future with going to, and present progressive, and I guess we missed past progressive in the last video, so we'll talk a little bit about that right now. If you want more information about that, you can visit the last video. Make sure to watch it all, and you should be up to date. Okay, so the last one we didn't talk about last time was the past progressive, and this is what was happening at a specific moment in the past and was intended to continue. So it was planned to continue, but something stopped it. So I was walking home when I saw my friend. So what was happening was I was walking home, and that was intending to continue to the present, and then something stopped it. What stopped it? I saw my friend. And we see here that here we have the present progressive, but on this side we have the simple past because it's a general fact. I saw my friend. She wasn't sleeping well until she wasn't sleeping well until I started meditating or meditation. I believe this is supposed to be she. So sorry about that. This doesn't make sense. Okay, she wasn't sleeping well until she started meditation. So something happened, something was happening or wasn't happening, like not sleeping, until something else happened, which was the meditations. What were you doing yesterday evening? Okay, so that is something that we're asking about, an action that was happening in the past and that continued. Cool? We always have to remember the subject-verb agreement, which means that, for simple past, Maria goes to work every day. goes over here is conjugated in simple present, and it is in third person singular. So we added es because Maria is third person singular. Otherwise, we can't, otherwise if we say Maria go to work every day, that's incorrect. And there is no subject verb agreement, where on this side we have we go to work every day. All right, so then we also have to pay attention to spelling. So in the past, where, for example, go is an irregular verb. So generally in simple past, you have the verb and it takes ed at the end, but not in this case. In the case of go, it becomes went. Do becomes did. Okay, so we have to make sure of that. Now we're going to go ahead and do this exercise together. The teacher, a picture of our class yesterday. So here we're going to circle the verb for the blank space and decide what verb tense is being used. Okay, so what do we have? The teacher takes a picture of our class yesterday. We have yesterday here, so that indicates that it is something in the past. Is it past progressive? Do you think it's past progressive? Well, do we have any of these have ing ending? No. It's in the past, so it has to be simple past, and it's took. Took is our answer. The teacher, a picture of our class every semester. Every semester is a habit, right? The teacher takes a picture every semester. So here, this is our answer. So it's not in the past, the semester hasn't happened, it's a general fact. So it's not the teacher took a picture every semester. It's not take because teacher is third person singular and we need subject verb agreement. So it is takes, and it is in simple present. Then we have what will you do? What do you do next year after you graduate? Well, next year is in the future. We know that will is for the future, so what will you do is the correct one. And there's only one future tense over here on our list, so it has to be simple future. Number 4 says, yesterday I with my dog in the park. Well, yesterday is in the past. So run is in the future. Run is in the present. Ran is in the past. And runs is third person singular. Does it go with I? Absolutely not. So what are we between? We have yesterday, so it has to be the past. So it is ran. And it is simple past. Every day tells us it's a habit, so we already know it's simple present, right? Every day, I with my dog in the park. I run because ran is in the past, and runs is third person singular, and I is first person singular, and it is simple present. Then we have while my daughter was were sleeping, I did the laundry. Well, was and were both in the past, so that's that. We know that this is in the past. But my daughter, one daughter, is third person singular, so it is was. Were is used for the plural. My daughters were sleeping, but it's just one daughter, so it is was. And let's see, simple past is be. He isn't there. He is are working. Well, he is third person singular, so it has to take is. He is working, so that is present progressive, and that is C because he is. The verb to be is in present form. I know I going to be successful someday? I know I am, right? We know that the verb to be, I takes am. Going to be tells us that it is the future. So what do we have? Simple future. Next year, to Mexico to see my cousin. Well, what do we have? It's next year. Is it now? No, it's in the future. So travels is not in the future. Travel and travels are in the present, so it has to be I will travel, because we know that will goes with the future, and this is simple future. When I finishes college, I got a new job at Amazon. I have been there for 2 years. Well, we know that we've been there for 2 years, so this is something that happened in the past. Finish is in the present. Finishes is in the present, but third person singular, so it has to be finished with ed ending, and it is simple past. Okay. So, write a sentence using the word and the verb tense given. Add time phrases and other words to make it clear. So we know that this is in the simple present. We have Louisa, we have love, we have mystery books. So what do we say? Louisa, how do we conjugate this together? Loves mystery books. Okay, oh, sorry. I go the doctor next Monday. And this is in the future, so it would be I will go to the doctor next Monday. They have an accident, and this is simple past. The past tense of have is had. So what do we say? They had an accident yesterday. Okay, because we're supposed to add things for this to make sense. We read a long book, and this is in present progressive, so we add the verb to be plus ing. We are reading a long book. What you think of modern art? This is in simple present, and we know that we add do, right? What do you think of modern art? You study for the test. And this is in simple past, and it's a question. Did is the passive do. Did you study for the test? That's our question. Lee, be, and home. And this is in the past, and it's negative. So Lee, what's the past of to be? Is was or were. And this is third person singular, so it's was. Lee was at home. Or we can say Lee was home last night. Oh, sorry, this is in the past, but it's negative. So it's negative, it's not positive, my apologies. So Lee was not home last night, or Lee was not home. So let's do that. Was not home. Okay, my sister read books. And this is simple as a simple present or present simple, and it's negative. My sister does not read books. All right. So what we are going to do right now is we are going to see if we can find and fix the mistakes in the sentence below and focus on grammar from this lesson. Okay? So we have Leonardo da Vinci's Mona Lisa was one of the most famous portraits in Louvre. Leonardo takes 4 years to complete the painting. Now, takes, is it right now? Is it happening in the present? No. Leonardo da Vinci's long dead, and so is Mona Lisa. So Leonardo took 4 years to complete the painting. He begun work in 1503 and finished in 1507. We can say he began his work, or he began work, or he begun working in 1503 and finished, is it now? It's in the past. So, and finished in 1507. Mona, or Mona Lisa Gherardini, are from a noble family in Naples. Mona is one person, so we can't say are, so we have to say is. By the way, this is fine as well. So we could say he begun work. No, it's not. He begun his work. Or he begun working. Yeah, working. We're gonna keep it at that. He installed a musical foundation where the water play on the small glass spheres. He installed, because it's in the past. All of this is in the past. And if it's in the past, we kind of have to keep it continuously in the past, right? He gave Mona Lisa a puppy and a white Persian cat to play with. He gave, this is again in the past. Leonardo did what he could to keep Mona smiling during the long hours she sat with him, for him, because this is also always in the past. It is one paragraph, it's continuously in the past, but it are not only Mona's mysterious smile that impress people who look at the painting, but it is, because it is a third person singular, so but it is not only Mona's mysterious smile that impresses, right? Because it's current, like right now people are impressed, and generally people are impressed with the Mona Lisa, so that impresses people who look at the painting. The background landscape was mysterious and beautiful. Well, the painting is still there, so we have to say in this case is. The background landscape is mysterious and beautiful because it's still there and it's still mysterious and beautiful. The portrait can be seen today in the Louvre Museum in Paris. So, what I want you to do is on this week's discussion board, you are going to write about something that happened in your past. So write about something funny that happened to you or to your siblings when you were children. Okay, so this is going to be in your discussion board for this week. We're going to write the paragraph. And of course, this is the last part, which is the reading. And if you'd like, you could go ahead and record it on your phone and then submit it to me as one of the 4 things that you have to do for the unit. And that's it. If you guys have any questions, do not forget to ask me. I'm here for anything that you guys